Hey guys, long time, no see. 24 hours just seems like too long. So, am I the only one who's curious what the men that made us fall in love with professional wrestling are doing now? Well, thanks to the internet, I was able to look it up. Let's talk about it. First, we're going to talk about Bret the Hitman Hart, the most successful Canadian wrestling export from the legendary Hart family professional wrestling dynasty. Hart is not just known for his ability as a singles performer and a many-time world champion, but also as a tag team specialist while part of the Hart Foundation. His amazing feuds with his brother Owen Hart and Shawn Michaels, which inadvertently kicked off the Attitude Era, and the Mr. McMahon character, who is probably the greatest heel in wrestling history, all because of the Montreal Screwjob. Hart has had it rough for many years. He's lost a lot of his family members and got cancer for the second time after beating prostate cancer in 2017. Thankfully, he's undergoing treatment and we can only hope for the best. Then we have Cold Stone Steve Austin. Along with his multiple WWE Championship titles, Austin was also the star of the Attitude Era and led WWE to victory on the Monday Night Wars. Easily one of the most recognizable stars in the industry, he's put his fame to good use after becoming a podcaster. His Broken Skulls podcast is one of the most followed in the wrestling world, and he's also very active on his social media connecting with his fans. Then we have Hulk Hogan. The man who is wrestling personified has always been a subject of discussion for wrestling fans, no matter which era. He was popularized in pro wrestling in the 80s during the Golden Era, and then did it again in 1996 when he started the NWO. Hogan became a pop culture icon with several magazine covers, talk show appearances, and even a Saturday morning cartoon. Hogan has won multiple world titles during his career, and has used his fame to springboard him into reality television. He started with Hulk Hogan's Celebrity Championship Wrestling, and then he featured his family in Hogan Knows Best, and currently he's running a beach shop in Florida. While he's had many rough moments and a few scandals, he's still around and pretty active on social media. Then we have Ric Flair. By the time Flair joined the WWF in the early 90s, he had already had over 2 decades of in-ring experience internationally. Arguably the greatest wrestler ever, he portrayed a jet-setter, womanizing playboy throughout his career. He had a rocky life after his career, with the death of his son and his broken marriage. Despite this, he's still going strong and makes occasional appearances in the ring. His daughter Charlotte rules now in his name. Up next, we have Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Arguably the greatest trash talker of wrestling history, his skills and charisma turned him into the people's champion and catapulted his WWE stardom. But not just any stardom. While wrestlers are famous for not being able to make it in Hollywood, The Rock rules it. He's been named the highest paid actor in the world for the second year in a row and connects regularly with his millions of fans over social media. Then we have Kane, one of the greatest big men and masked men in wrestling history. He's also the most underrated star. The emotionally disturbed, masked younger half-brother of The Undertaker. He's won many championships, and now is a public servant. He ran successfully for the mayorship of Knox County, and he's spent more than a year in office now, returning sometimes to the ring to unleash his wrath. Then, last on the list, we have Shawn Michaels, one of the most charming and gifted wrestling superstars of all time. He was often embroiled in controversies backstage, but was still given the spotlight because no one could perform like him. While he won many championships, he is still mostly remembered for his legendary matches, and he retired in such a dramatic fashion. So, he has the occasional appearance at WWE and hosting a hunting show on the Outdoor Channel. And you know, it's so funny because I've been watching so much AEW lately, and when I made this, it had me thinking, could you guys imagine Shawn Michaels, Hulk Hogan, and the Young Bucks in a ring together? Like, the Young Bucks would be in a corner selling their own injuries. Like, it would just be so freaking funny to watch. Okay, but anyway, so that's it for today's video, guys. If there's any other wrestlers that you guys are wondering what they're doing, leave a comment down below. I'll compile them up.